the door in which they have to come out, right? You follow me?
Yep.
All right, we lined up parallel to where the doors they have to come out. So if they come out right here, the car's right there. They're right there. So then Big is taking his time because his fibula bones and his thighs are broken or whatever like that.
Wow.
They fractured or whatever. So it's taking them a long time to come out. So they get out, Big gets in the car, everybody get loaded up. I said, come on, let's go. We ready to go. Puff is running back and forth like, yo, he'll see a girl, he'll go grab a girl. He said, yo, Gene, remember her, she coming to the party tomorrow.
So that sounds like he, seeing his normal mood, moving and grooving, like normal shit. It don't sound like nothing's going on.
Sounds
He,
like
like when he spoke on Diddy before, he was right about the sexual shit, but he said a whole bunch of other shit that was like, damn, homeboy. And then he never spoke up. He never brought up the fact that Diddy was whooping her ass until we seen the footage of the shit. This dude is selective with the shit, but a lot of stuff he was telling the truth on. So I'm like, wait, let me see what exactly this motherfucker's saying, because the Diddy shit came from these motherfuckers on YouTube that work speaking, and then the feds started looking, and then they trump up hella charges. I ain't gonna hold you because obviously they did, because what he's doing time for ain't what he went in for.
Yeah, exactly. Nigga in there.
So they putting together pieces of it. But with the Biggie situation, it's sensitive to me, Paul, so I gotta really analyze. And I'm like, fuck it, let me do it live with the people on In Tune Perspective. We'll talk.
Right, let's see how, because I'm gonna tell you something that doesn't make sense to me, right? Why would you, if you weren't maliciously trying to hurt Biggie, right? If you weren't, right? Then why was it that you had a caravan of cars drive across the city when you're so rich?
What you talking about? What you want me to do? Helicopter? The fuck?
Bro, they got private jets. That's how NBA and YoungBoy does it. That's how Little Dirk does it. Why does
they don't do
that? Not just to go across town to a party. That's crazy.
From New York, you telling me they went from New York to California, bro, to Vegas? They drove.
They didn't drive from New York to Vegas.
How do you
flew
think?
No, they were already
how you think this guy Zip had the guns in the stash box?
Well, that's Zip.
Pick him up in town.
Zip is a gangster.
That was
about
Diddy.
Diddy and them don't got no time to drive. Fucking, they didn't drive to fucking.
No, Diddy didn't. Diddy had this guy right here, Gene and them, and security drive like 6 cars up there.
No, they didn't.
Watch.
They didn't drive from New York to Cali.
Watch.
I tell you.
Like, remember her? What the fuck is you talking about, bro? I've never seen him act like this ever, because he don't act like that. Because even in New York City, once Puff get in the car, he'll leave his mama. We gone. We out. So Puff is like looking, and if you see the cameras, you see him running back and forth, looking and everything like that.
You out of town and it's a Cali and all that little Cali shit. He probably just like, all right, we out here trying to,
Mm-hmm.
He not.
No, it sounded like he was wasting time, setting things up, stringing time out.
Mm-hmm. Sounds
That's what it sound like to you.
Sospechoso.
So I said, Big man, what we standing around here for? He said, that's your man. That's your man. And I said, yeah, all right. So then I said, Puff, what's going on? He said, yo, Paul and them ain't got their car yet. I said, this guy's a cop out here and they can't get his car out the garage thing. I got all these cars. I got these cars out of. What are you talking about? You understand? So now we pull out the driveway. When we pull out onto the driveway, now this is the driveway. We pull onto the driveway, and I don't know the street. Is it Wishaw or Fairfax? Which street is right there on the side of that? Is it
Not sure.
Wishaw or Fairfax? Well, whatever street is right there, when you come out the driveway, you got to make a right turn. So we parked up in the driveway. So it's Puff, it's Big's car. And I still think we're waiting for Paul and them car. So now they get, people are coming by. Now, y'all seen a lot of videos, and in those videos, it seemed like it was a lot of people right there, when Big got shot and everything like that. That's on the other side.
That's the videos, motherfucker. You gonna tell us what we seen with our own eyes? Motherfucker slick. Hold on.
Side of the venue. where all those people was walking back and forth right there. Because on our side of the street, it was nobody over there. You understand? So this guy in this blue and white shirt comes walking down. So he walks down and he just goes through the garage, you know what I'm saying, while the cars is lined up. I have my gun under my shirt.
Hey, yo.
I have my gun under my shirt, you know, with my hand, you know, sideways to the trigger like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't put it on the trigger or nothing like this. I got my gun on side like that. So the guy walks through and now I see Paul. I say, yo, Paul, what's up? He said, yeah. And the guy just kept on walking. I said, Paul, you see the guy in the blue and white shirt? He said, yeah, I saw him. He said, yo, he puff all right? I said, yo, puff straight. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your eye on him. So the guy had walked away.
Paul,
you know what I'm saying? So then next thing you know, less than 5 minutes from that, hear this guy come down. He dressed in a blue suit, white shirt, blue bow tie. You understand? He comes and he just, it's a pillow right here. Puff is in the driveway. If you walking down the street, you can't see me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing right by the pillow, right? So you can't see me. So when he got to the point, because he was walking closer to the curve than he was in the middle of the sidewalk, he was walking close to the curve, close to the cars, I see him. And Puff is about I would say 10 to 15 yards from him, right? And I'm about 5 yards from him. So the guy, when I come from over the pillow, he stops immediately. And he just looked at me and I looked at him. He didn't say nothing. So I lowered my arm and he could see my gun. He looked me in my eye and turns right back and walks.
Okay, why Biggie dead then? You did all this. Let me get to the bottom. I don't understand what he's trying to make himself the hero or something. Biggie died, nigga.
Down the street. So when he got far enough from down the street, maybe 4 or 5 car lengths and everything like that, I said, yo, y'all ready? He said, yeah, we ready. So we pulls out the driveway and now we lined up side the street. There's cars parked there from the opening of the museum all the way down to the corner. So we park right there coming out the garage and I see Paul and them. Big's man is across the street. He has a white Land Cruiser. He's from Philly. I think Charlie Baltimore may have been in the car with them. I'm not for sure. So when we pull out the driveway, Paul comes up to me. I say, yo, Paul, you good? You good? Y'all ready to go? You ready to go? I say, all right, because we had already made, Puff had already made the decision that we're going to Steve Stout's house now. So when he gets up there and he said, yo, we were just leaving. No, we were going to Steve Stout's house. I had got a call from Chaz. I had called Chaz and I let Chaz know. I said, yo, Chaz, we about to go to Steve Stout's now. I said, no, I'm coming down there where y'all don't go to Steve Stout's house. Y'all don't go to Steve Stout's house. And he didn't say anything on the phone. You know, he said, I'm on my way down there. You know what I'm saying? So
that sounds like Chaz got more power than Diddy with this shit, because Diddy said we going to Steve Stout's house, and Chaz said, nah, don't go to Steve Stout's house. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Diddy knows how to gauge things based on the specialty of the gangster. I think that's his specialty. You feel me? He knows how to gauge it. He knows how to use this guy for that. Right. You know what I mean?
He had left Steve Stout's in the house. So we parked on the side of the Peterson Museum. So when I said to Paul said we was ready to go, I say, all right, follow us. I tried to ride on the side of the car. Puff said, yo, Gene, what you doing? I said, I'm riding on the side of the car. I'm gonna have my gun out. I'm on the side of the car. At the time, I'm 265. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the street 30. You know what I mean? So I was a little slimmer back then. So he says to me, Gene, if you don't.
He said he wants to drive
like on
I
the
guess
outside,
it's a truck.
like hanging
He
out.
wants to stand on the thing and hold on and put his gun out.
With his gun,
Come
you
on.
know. Yeah, he's sounding a real gangster right now. Like Capone in the days. Like, you know, they used to stand outside the
Yeah,
cruisers.
but how often does that
With a
happen
Tommy gun?
nowadays? And this big ass dude is 300 pounds. However big he is, I know he's big as hell. Like, I don't see. It sounds like a little fabrication going on. And then the only one that said no was Diddy. Puff was like, no, I don't know, because we know he hate Puff. But that's just, I don't know. That's all.
Don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy ever again. I said, man, how the fuck you gonna try to tell me how to do my job? He said, Gene, we don't need that look. We don't need that look. Get in the car. As I go to get in the car, this motherfucker
That's some shit.
reached down and let his seat all the way back. So now I got to put my legs sideways. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? And so then Kenny said, you ready? He said, you ready? I said, Kenny, run the next 3 lights. Run the next 3 lights, Kenny. Kenny said, for what? I said, motherfucker, run the next 3 lights, Kenny, or I'm going to drive. Run the next 3 lights. Kenny just took off. When he took off, we got past the light because it was a flashing red light. We got past the light, and we got across the street. Tone, who was behind me, said, yo, somebody in the car pointing a gun at Big and them.
What?
I goes to open the door.
So how long?
I'm goes to open the door. Fucking, next thing you know, you hear it say, pow. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah. 5 or 6 cars was like, pop, 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 pop. Right? Fucking Kenny guns the car going forward. I said, Kenny, what the fuck is you doing? He said they shooting at Big. He said, we don't know who they shooting at.
Wow.
He didn't go.
I don't know how Biggie's not in your sight at that point. I thought Biggie was in your. I think he was supposed to be head of security. At what point did Biggie get out your sight? You said you want to stand out the car with the gun and all that, and then now people running to you telling you, somebody got a gun pointing at Biggie. Somebody had to come tell you that.
That's crazy.
And then you run and then you hear gunshots. That was a long ass time that you had to get to when they told you that.
Yeah.
Because you heard gunshots after somebody told you somebody pointing a gun at Biggie. Wow.
And
the security.
But then you got to remember, he got all the gray tape from Diddy, who just finished threatening him and telling him, if you don't get your fat ass in this fucking car, you're not gonna be Bad Boy anymore.
I don't think he said that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Fuck up off taking G.I. Joe on the side of the car in the middle of LA. Get in the car.
Fuck you think you are, fucking Dutch Schultz,
Hey, but
motherfucker?
who was
Get your black ass in the car.
Out of sight with security the whole time? That was crazy. The fuck? How did that happen?
Goes up the block, stops, and do this 3-point something like that U-turn, comes back, and as we coming back, we see the guy turning the corner from the corner.
Seeing the dude who did it.
He was parked on the corner because there's no way he could have got on the side unless his car was already parked there. You understand what I'm saying? So now we stops right in the middle, right in front of Big's car. We stops. Puff jumps out the front seat and runs around there to Big's car. All that shit running around the block. I ran down the block and shit like that. That's bullshit. When we got in front of the car, he jumps out the car, ran over to the big side of the car. So now I'm behind Puff and I'm looking down the block and everything like that. Those girls who was right there on the corner talking to Puff and them, I was talking to Big and Lil C's and them. I don't see them. The street is clear. Tone said, Gene, come on, let's go. Me and Tone hops back in the car. and we try to take after the guy. Tone is trying to floor it, but it had one of those government chips in there, the car. So every time we get close to 100, it go, vroom, go all the way.
That's a regulator chip to keep the speed.
But
Yeah,
they
it's called the governor.
Rentals have that.
It's called the governor.
Yeah, so
It only allows you to go
so he has a rental then.
Both of those. But they see the dude, and he see the dude pull the corner, make the corner, pull off all that. And then your boy had to tell you, come on, let's go chase him. Probably, I don't know how many minutes later, because you just said all kind of shit in between. Then y'all finally decide to go try to chase him. That was crazy. That sounds crazy.
Fucking insane.
This security got caught lacking heavy. Like, they just didn't
Heavy
get shit done
lacking.
at all.
Heavy lacking. And he's trying to blame it on something else, but it sounds weird. I don't know.
Back down. So we can see the guy at the top of the hill.
You see him.
Oh, it was a top. We see the guy up at the top where he had to make, when he made a right. When he made that right turn, when we got up the top of the hill, we ain't see shit. So I said, Tone, let's go back, man, to make sure everybody all right. Because I'm the only one got a gun. I got 2 of mine, and I gave Paul 1 of mine. So
he said, let's go back and make sure everybody all right. That's what he just said?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you see the guy up the hill, wait a minute, I got to come back just a little bit. I'm sorry, Paul.
Where he had to make, when he made a right. When he made that right turn, when we got up the top of the hill, we ain't see shit.
Okay, so he disappeared.
So I said, Tone, let's go back, man, to make sure everybody all right. Because I'm the only one got a gun. I got 2 of mine, and I gave Paul 1 of mine. So
nobody nothing.
We get back, and as soon as I get out the car, I go down to the Peterson Museum, and I just that little corner where I said that I was at before the Muslim came out, right there. I just chilled right there like it was nothing, while they was all at the top. You know what I'm saying? Now they got ambulance, fire department, and the police department on the other side of the museum. Wasn't thinking. Should have ran.
He's security, so he not thinking about like, this is my boy. This ain't like no gang shit. Like, he like, oh, they got away. It ain't my job to chase them down. This shit is over with. That's what it is, type shit. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking, because he gave up too quick and easy.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Well, he just watched the money get murdered. Like,
heartbreaking, bro.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Over there and got the ambulance guys to get it. Wasn't thinking, man.
Get the ambulance.
So that's when I see DJ Quick come
Get the ambulance
up
to
the
pick
block.
them up.
He was coming from up the block, and he said on his phone, he said, yo, I think they got one of those bad boy niggas.
Oh my God.
They said they was gonna get him.
Oh my God.
Why
I said they said they was gonna do what? And then Paul come running down the street. Yo, Gene, we about to go. We got to.
He just.
30
guy,
years later, he says
you wasn't gonna say nothing to that gangster. He said, I said they said they're gonna do what? And then they called me. You wasn't gonna say nothing to that gangster. Trust me. DJ Quick, man, DJ Quick daughter and son in jail for murder and homicide. Sadly. But I'm just saying, he's a Compton blood. And you talking about, I just said they was gonna do what? And then the boy called me. What?
Said on his phone, he said, yo, I think they got one of those bad boy niggas. They said they was gonna get him. I said, they said they was gonna do what? And then Paul come running down the street. Yo, Gene, we about to go. We got to go. What are you doing down here? So I looked at Quick looked at me. I went away. I went, ran up the street with them, got in the car. Puff got in the car with Big, and he was sitting behind Big, right? D-Rock had came back because they all had ran down the block once Big got shot. All that shit Lil C said we was behind the truck, you was a lie because you guys come running down the block Because D-Rock was like, yo, they shot my man. They got my man. And Puff got him behind Big. And I said to Puff, whatever y'all do, don't let him go to sleep. Don't let him go to sleep. Whatever y'all do, don't let him go to sleep. And Kenny jumped in their car because he said he knew where the hospital was at. And now Tone was driving our car. So Puff said, Kenny, you know where the hospital is? He said, yeah, I know where the hospital is. And Big, he said, yo, Big, I'm going to get you to the hospital. Big, I'm going to get you to the hospital. And Big said, just do it.
You see how he hesitated when he mentioned Diddy saying, you know what the hospital at? He ain't really want to say that. So Puff said, you know what the hospital at? Puff trying to get him to, that's what it sounded like. Puff said, you know what the hospital at? Wow. He wasn't like, but let's keep it going.
Before I close the door, he said, just do it. So she said he didn't say nothing. But I see he's a 17-year-old kid. He in shock and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? When those shots went off, I heard somebody was on your program said, everybody ducked down in the car. Only one person ducked, and that was Puff. Everybody else was trying to look back or was looking back at the situation.
That's natural, though.
Kenny was driving forward. We all was trying to look back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the car was shot 4 times, with the 4th shot being fatal.
Not 5
by
or
the
6.
time Big got to the hospital, he was pronounced dead. He was
I know
only
he was
24
dead.
years. Yeah, he was 24 years old.
I know he was dead.
I knew he was dead.
Yeah, he was only 24 years old.
Wow,
Still a young kid, honestly. Literally half my age right now. You know, when you guys were outside, did you see Keefy D, any of the Southside guys in front of the museum before you guys took off?
I seen Keefy D when he came upstairs because I was wanting to introduce him to Big.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yo, Big, you know him? Big was like, nah. I said, Big, you don't know him? This is one
nigga that killed Pop.
What we used to call him back in the day?
It sounds to me like he already know he was caught lacking. He just a fuck up. And then with the Diddy shit, yeah, Diddy was doing this or that. But as far as setting it up, and I know people still got different thoughts about that, I'm not convinced based off of his testimony. And that's all people really got is what he said. He said certain things like, oh, Diddy said, get your ass in the car. Okay. Like, I never seen no bodyguard rolling like that, even only with the president when they stunting, you feel me, or whatever else. Because Trump don't even roll like that. So that's not unusual for him to go, get your stupid ass in the car. Get your big dumb ass in the car. What the hell are you doing? You're embarrassing us.
Look crazy right now.
Yeah. Ain't no military state. Get your stupid ass in the car. Sit down.
Because I got cousins that do shit like that. I got cousins that be going to the extent. I be like, bro, buzzing, but don't do that. You put on all your jewelry at the same time. Why? You know what I'm saying? So we got those. I'm going to hang out the side of the car with the gun in my hand like, no, you're not. Get the fuck in the car. What the fuck is wrong with this kid?
They proved that Diddy didn't make the Biggie estate pay for the funeral like they said and the thing. And it's just like, this sound like some shit that they're just trying to throw on that's not really sticking. You know, it was an unfortunate situation. Rest in peace to Big. But come on, my boy, you got caught lacking. I accept the responsibility. Security, head of security. The fuck?
That's how you get security, man. That's the first thing you do when you got money. You hire some people.
But I think you should get good, tough guys, but you should also get people that could say ambulance. You know what I mean? Because that might be the thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Call the ambulance.
You ain't fucking one.
Somebody. Somebody call
the ambulance so
you can pick your mans up.
Jim looking crazy out here.
Yeah.
This whole shit that they trying to revive. Vlad is trying to revive him. Shout out to Vlad. Like nobody really dealing with that as far as Diddy killed Tupac and fucking Macaulay Culkin. They say he killed everybody.
That's crazy, yo. That's insane.
My bad. I don't know.
It
But
be sounding like that type of story, to be honest with you. Like you talking about the Home Alone kid?
Yeah, I heard something like that. And then remember before it's like, Justin Bieber, this, that. That was all cap. But some people still believe it. But anyway, any last words? You about to get the fuck up out of here, man.
Nah.
My last words.
I watched that interview twice, and it seems like bullshit. The one with the security guard, big security guard. So I watched that twice, and the second time around, it seemed like even more bullshit.
Yeah, one of those.
Seriously, like I'm like, nah.
Nah.
He can't accept responsibility.
It also happened 30 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and it happened in a matter like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's old as fuck. For this nigga to know this shit like yesterday, I don't even remember what I was doing 30 years ago.
But he also doesn't remember that it was 4 shots. It was 5 or 6, which is just publicly known shit. Said Big was 17 years old. Kid was 24 years old. Like, so if you don't remember fucking basic facts like that, you can Google in 5 seconds. How the fuck's he gonna remember some shit that went down 30 years ago when he was all over the place, didn't know what the fuck was going on, getting yelled at, almost getting fired by his boss? Crazy. You know.
I'm gonna call the ambulance.
Yeah, for real. Call the ambulance.
Come pick your mans up. Heard you.
Yeah, Biggie was young as fuck though. Damn.
Yeah, 24 as a kid, bro. Jesus.
Because Tupac was 26, right? Or was he 20?
He was older, right?
Alexa, how old was Tupac Shakur when he passed away?
27.
I think it was 27.
Okay, be right.
25, because 2 plus 5 is 7, the 7-day theory.
What? What the fuck did you just say?
How old was he?
He's 25. He was the 7-day theory. He's Machiavelli.
Damn, he's only 25, bro. He's talking about 27. I was closer than you.
I thought he was 27. Yeah. I thought he was 27.
The 7
Everybody in
was
Hollywood.
part of the situation. I just didn't remember
the 27 club, like mad famous people died when they were 27. Jimi Hendrix.
That's what I've heard about the 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers. Cobain, John Legend.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. All of them. Fucking all of them. Like everybody. Fucking James Dean.
Was Heath Ledger 27?
Who was the female rock star? What was her name?
Amy Winehouse.
I think Aaliyah was 27. I think.
No.
I'm not sure.
I kind of think
how old was
like
Aaliyah when she passed away?
Google who's part of the 27 club. Come up with all
Alexa,
the names.
Who was part of the 27 club that were a bunch of celebrities who had an untimely demise?
Elvis was like,
yeah, you're good.
Jimi Hendrix,
Janis Joplin.
Would you like to know more about any specific?
Kurt Cobain. I was right about that.
Tell me more about that club.
James Dean.
The 27 Club is an informal list of musicians who died at age
Buddy Holly.
27. It gained notoriety in the late 1960s and early 1970s with the deaths of Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and Jim Morrison. While it's often linked to high-risk lifestyles, scientific research hasn't found a statistical spike in deaths at that age.
It ain't that
Alexa,
much.
you're such a fucking genius.
Tell her to holler at me. I'm just playing. It's your boy Bush.
I was gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell her to see what she says.
This is mostly just really busy dealing with a personality upgrade. Thanks for hanging out and exploring music history with me.
Yeah, and my boy Bush Light says to holler at him. He likes you.
No, I don't. I got a girl. My girl's very beautiful. And my girl let me know that we might not have heard Mace Loke too good, so I'm gonna have to watch it over before I clip it up and I'll advance the audio and stuff. She said he wasn't coming out clear on the show because she was tapping in.
Alexa, stop.
Anyway.
All right, guys, thank you for tapping in with the Real Gang. Shouts to my boy EST. It's a wobbler. He wish he would have been here. Wish he would have had something to say with us.
He got another channel, I think, because I ain't see It's a Wobbler. But yeah, shout out to EST.
Shout out to EST. And you know that I finally get why he does the EST? Because there was this, I was watching some shit where some chick was like,
his birthday. He was born in 87.
Yeah? Well, there's this chick that was in a show, and she said that she's EST, which means she's the realest, the strongest, the smartest, everything ending in EST. And I was like, damn, is that why EST did it?
Nah. EST is short for established. established in 1987. That's got to be it. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying.
We all have theories now.
Yeah, the lore of EST 87.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't even clarify so we can all keep making up more conclusions.
Yeah, 100%. He should never answer that question.
I'm making a clip out of this part right here. Yo, EST, do not let us know what your name means, because I think it's because it's the realest, the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, and B-Rad thinks it's because it's established in whatever year you were born. But I say, don't tell nobody, and that should be your big reveal.
Yo, let's address this comment, because homie said, I'm not saying Gene had anything to do with the setup, but security was lacked on purpose.
Yeah, it was.
Per orders of Diddy, and Big was set up to get unalive that night.
Yeah, but security wasn't in on it. They were just, Diddy was running fucking cover and causing, holdups and fuck ups and just issues and split the team up.
But he did that.
Yeah, they were definitely
He did that at City College too.
Nah, I don't believe
that. He did that at City College too. He thinned out security.
He didn't want that shit to happen. You crazy?
He thinned out security, bro. He told Gene, do not bother. Don't bring your extra guys.
Puff wanted that to happen. Security didn't want that to happen. I think Puff wanted that to happen.
I don't think he wanted that to happen with Biggie. But shout out to Cash Money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree
Like
with
and
Kaz.
subscribe and go subscribe to the Chief Talent Shoe. Off top, he smell me. He said, I think Puff line big up.
Yeah.
Hey,
facts.
That's what we do here.
On a conspiracy level, I agree.
I changed his mind, B-Rad, but now you bringing him back,
bro.
Because you didn't want to.
I'll tell you when it first happened. Way back when we were kids, when this happened, basically.
Yeah, when
I remember thinking that he had something to do with it, and then over the years, I'm back and forth, because Diddy had some really good PR runs. Diddy run the city and all that. Making it a band and shit, he looked like the good guy and shit. So I was like, maybe he didn't do it. But now I don't know. My initial feeling was that he did it, and I think I got to rock with that. I think he had something to do with it.
I think negligence was a part of it, not maliciously fuck Big. But there's been moments where there's been heard where he said, we got to get rid of those guys. I'm saying.
I mean, look,
I was with you with negligence. I agree. But then you said all that other shit. I don't know what you talking
about. Gene said that though. I'm not.
I mean, is it not some fucking Harlem gangster shit to knock out your business partner and take everything over? Is that not?
They weren't.
That's what Rich Porter did.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that trope has been seen. It's not business partners, but I'm saying the other half of it, because Diddy didn't need Biggie to be fucking Puffy. You know what I mean?
Obviously. Diddy was already a star. He already put on a lot of shit.
Biggie didn't need Puffy.
He changed the scene of music way before Biggie.
Yeah, but that was when he was an A&R. He was a producer. That's not what he wanted to be.
But I'm just saying, based on what we saw
as A&R, that's even crazier.
Biggie died, and Puffy still went on to have a massive career afterwards.
Shit, his career started when he died.
Didn't need him.
Career started when he died. The first single he had was "I'll Be Missing You."
I understand that, but I'm saying, so if he did have something to do with knocking him off, it obviously worked in his advantage. I didn't want to do what I'm saying,
but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but Cash Money, why you feel Puff line big up? Because they I don't know.
Get the money from the catalog.
Dead rappers make more money.
How much catalog he still has?
Because Big's paperwork.
And Biggie was leaving. Biggie was leaving. He had the commission.
Yeah,
he had Undies Records. He was opening that shit up with Undies.
Biggie with Puff anymore. He wasn't fucking with Puff. He was too big for him anyway. He didn't need him.
So yeah, if you die, same shit with Nipsey. Nipsey was gonna leave, and that's what happened.
I believe Diddy did it 20 years ago. I didn't get how people just getting this info.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
that's what I'm saying. It's been understood that Puffy probably had something to do with this, and then kind of got let up for a while. But now, obviously, in a resurgence now with this case and people seeing how much of a dirtbag he really was, people are like, well, it kind of makes sense that he could have done that now. I'm not saying I know he did it. I'm just saying, based on recent events the past few years, it makes it look like he's absolutely capable of doing this.
But my opinion was forged before all the evidence that I've seen now. I mean, I've known this since I was 20 years old when Biggie really got clipped. I remember that there was a rumor underground, because I'm from New York.
Why?
As soon
What are
as
you
he
saying?
died,
How did you
everybody
know
said that
this?
he had something.
Because
Why?
there was
That was just
there
a
was
word.
rumors.
That was just a word on the street. That's
There was
where I got it
rumors
from.
in the streets that people were saying
Yeah.
Biggie was gonna leave with the commission. It was gonna be Charlie Baltimore, Jay-Z, Cameron, Mace, The Lox. They were all gonna build a record company called under this Rivera, and the whole thing was the entourage is the commission. That's why you see, and there's an intro in one of the songs in Life After Death where Biggie names the whole team. He says Charlie Baltimore, Uncle Paulie, which is that's Cameron, Cesareo De Janeiro. He says Iceberg Slim, that's Jay-Z. You understand? He names the whole commission.
That would have been nuts.
And Jay-Z confirms
he wasn't gonna have a piece of that commission.
Jay-Z confirmed it in the song. He said, niggas say that if Big didn't die, then something. But if Big wouldn't have died, then there would be the commission. And that's a Jay-Z line.
You think Diddy wouldn't have a piece of that commission? That's
Nope. No,
but even if he had a piece of it, he would not have been the main showman.
He wouldn't be the guy next to the guy.
He wouldn't have been able to put himself. He wouldn't have been a producer on it. He wouldn't have
Diddy
been in the
never
video.
he was always the guy behind the scene creating.
He's always the guy next to him.
What are you talking about? You don't remember when Suge Knight addressed that shit?
Yeah, that's later. That's the one incident, but I'm talking about before that.
He's always been that guy. He's always been that guy.
Yeah, with Odyssey, with y'all don't know.
Oh no, that was Harrell.
What he did.
That was
with
Uptown
Records and all that
Uptown,
stuff.
yeah,
Y'all
that's
don't even
Uptown.
know. I don't think y'all know.
But that's what I'm
all
saying.
Y'all know is Biggie, the Bad Boy and shit.
But everything Bad Boy, he was the guy next to. You understand? Shine, he's the guy next to. Mace, he's the guy next to.
And it seems like the guy next to Diddy always gets fucked up.
He always goes down because Diddy needs to be the guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Now you see how Biggie falls.
This time, the violent death of the performer known as Notorious B.I.G.
For 28 years, the murder of the Notorious B.I.G. haunted hip-hop like a ghost that refused to fade. His death sparked conspiracy theories, rivalries, and unanswered questions.
Biggie was shot 4 times. There's no burning or soot deposit around any of these perforations. These were not gunshot wounds from a point-blank range.
Fans demanded justice, yet the LAPD stayed quiet. Now, in 2025, a former detective has revealed exactly who pulled the trigger and why. It's not just shocking, it's disturbing. The truth not only points fingers, it confirms long-whispered suspicions than anyone imagined. After 28 years of silence, Biggie's mystery is finally solved, and the truth is bad. The night Biggie Smalls was gunned down. On the night of March 8th, 1997, Los Angeles was alive with celebrity energy. The Soul Train Music Awards had just wrapped, drawing stars and industry legends into the heart of the city. Among them was Christopher Wallace.
Biggie Smalls, 24 years old, young man. Damn.
Yo, they said LA was alive, and they showed fucking Times Square in New York.
Goofy ass AI video. Hold on, what is this?
Better known to the world as the Notorious
He was afraid. He was
It was
afraid.
his first major
Top Master. Why you do that, Top Master? Salute the Top
public appearance on the West Coast since the death of Tupac Shakur just 6 months earlier. Despite tension still lingering from the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, Biggie was there to promote peace and his upcoming double album, Life After Death.
I dissected that album.
Later that night,
Me too.
Biggie joined dozens of celebrities at a Vibe magazine.
That album is like on my top 5.
He says Cesareo De Janeiro. That's Little Caesar's name. Uncle Paulie. Oh my God, I can't believe that nigga Puffy stopped that, bro. He did. He stopped it.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Magazine after party held at the Peterson
There will never be a
Automotive
Dipset.
Museum.
How's that?
He arrived with his close friend and producer, Sean Puffy Combs, and their entourages. Security was tight, but the atmosphere was light. Photographers
Look at his
captured
face.
Biggie laughing, posing with
He
fans.
shook to
They
the
said the
death.
atmosphere was light when they showed a picture of the SUV shot up. They said that simultaneously. But the atmosphere was light. That was crazy.
Mhm.
And moving through the crowd with calm confidence. To those around him, he seemed relaxed, like a man finally settling into his superstardom. But less than an hour after midnight, everything changed. At around 12:45 a.m. on
Oh,
March
they got
9th,
guns in Vegas? You tell me.
It's a video I'm looking for. I can't let that.
How they get the guns to Vegas, man? That's crazy.
You pick them up in town when you get there, bro.
Yeah, who you know there? I've been to Vegas. Nobody, you can't get. Trust me, it's not that easy. I was in Vegas. It's not that easy. I had a hard time getting cocaine.
When you know where you're going and you have people at where you're going, it's very easy to do that.
And prostitution is legal over there. You understand what I'm saying? So,
in certain areas, not in Vegas proper.
Well, when it comes to the Tupac murder, I can confidently say who did it, or who was in the
That's
vicinity.
The guy right there. That's the guy.
Where it happened.
That's Rivera.
He's the guy that was going to take him out of the Diddy contract.
Keefe D's story, the first Keefe D interview essentially laid out the story and all the pieces fit together, right? Mm-hmm. Between Keefe D's story, Idi Amin, who was in the car behind him, Chris Carroll, the first responder, everything fits together. We know why Tupac died. It was over the MGM incident, and it was retaliation over that.
You beat up a gangster,
when it comes to Biggie's murder, I am not confident in terms of who did it. I interviewed Mob James, who was, the head of Death Row's street security. He was the one that brought all the Bloods into Death Row. He thinks it was a guy named Poochie, who was a Blood, who was associated with Suge, who's known as a shooter and a killer, who's now dead.
Wow,
when you hear the theory that Poochie was the shooter, what is your take on it?
Blame the dead guy.
Right on.
See what I'm saying?
Was Poochie known as a shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a hitter for real, for real.
Okay. Yeah. So doing something like this would not be out of character?
Not at all. Now that he's dead, I mean, everybody can speak on it and whatever now. I'm surprised they haven't came and said they know who did it. But the hood talks. Everybody knows who's doing what, especially when it comes around Death Row. So, yeah, everybody knew who did it, why it was done. And, some cats are still applying the fact that it happened because we lost Tupac. So just in retaliation of that, it is what it is. That's how they felt.
Okay, so in terms of the streets talking and the rumors, is Poochie the name?
But on the East Coast,
they not giving a shit because of the simple fact that they think that it has something to do with Tupac's death. But Tupac got killed because he smoked the fucking crib.
We all was like, niggas knew like it was some East Coast, West Coast, and people was. You heard Tony Yayo saying, "Why was he out there? Pac just died. Pac died." He was going on. Like when Pac died, everybody knew it wasn't safe out there for like an East Coast person.
Biggie says that it wasn't safe.
Bad move to go out there though.
Biggie didn't want to go. He was supposed to be in Europe for some shit there, some designer shit, and they dubbed it. That's what I.
Name that comes up more often than not.
That's it.
Okay, so if you were to bet,
I win a lot of goddamn money.
If you were to bet Poochie or Amir Muhammad or the government,
I'll win a lot of goddamn money.
Okay, but by betting on Poochie.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Man, come on, this is street shit. This war was going on between Death Row and Bad Boy.
Right, because if it was ultimately proven that Poochie was the one who did it, then that ties Suge Knight into that conspiracy.
Yes.
I remember Theo, the radio DJ called me up one day and said, "Oh, it's this one cop with LAPD. We looked into it. There's no actual proof of any of this." So right now in 2023, I honestly, as much as I know and as many people as I speak to, I honestly don't know who killed Biggie. Do you feel like you know who killed Biggie?
Yeah.
Can you say it?
No. I'm going to tell it on the series.
Okay. But you feel confident you know who did it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I did my mob research.
Okay.
And stop blaming Suge. Because nowhere in Suge's story. Suge's story has always been beat them niggas up, fuck them niggas up, drag them niggas, beat their ass. There's no in this story There's no kill him, shoot him. Niggas was shooting Suge.
Well, but you know, the thinking was, hey, I lost my big.
He got stabbed up by Jay-Z in the club.
No, not by Jay-Z.
Not
by Jay-Z.
By Jazz.
Yeah,
Jazz
not Jay-Z would not. Jay-Z don't even got the balls to pull out a knife on a man. Stop playing
What
with
you
me.
mean? Jay-Z poked him up in the club.
No, he did not. No, he did not. No, he did not.
The word.
I know the truth. I'm going to tell you something that guy said right there in an interview. He said, if Jay-Z would have poked him, you don't think I would have went back and got Jay-Z? He says that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know that Jay-Z would, and then that made sense to me. Like, you're right. If somebody says that they poked me, I will come get that nigga. I will come get you.
That makes sense.
Nigga said Jay-Z.
I'm gonna make you lose your big artist.
He don't say the guy that poked him though. He don't name him.
Y'all painting these characters. Suge was all these guys was puppets, scapegoats. Bigger plays were involved with them when it came to this hundreds and billions of dollars in money, man.
Well, Biggie passes away, and there was a huge funeral procession in Brooklyn.
Please clarify.
Like nothing anyone's ever seen. You were there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was one of his pallbearers.
You were one of the pallbearers. Yeah, man. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
He gave him that look.
That was a loss, but at least
he gave him that look.
You got to see Brooklyn celebrate.
But I seen Brooklyn celebrate from the first record. You know what I'm saying? Like from.
That's crazy. So he's saying he's not going to name it. I guess he's putting out a book.
Yeah, he says, I'm not going to tell you who stabbed me, but it wasn't Jay-Z. Would have been Jay-Z. I would have got that nigga and got him for real. I would have sued him.
And he just said he knows who killed Biggie, and he's not going to say it.
That's a real street nigga. That's the OG for real. Yeah.
I think he's going to put a book.
You put it in your memoirs and your documentary, but real street niggas ain't running around telling people, yo, go arrest this guy because he killed this guy. That's not real.
I don't think he said they're going to put in the book either. I'm just putting that in there. But he said he knows.
He'll name names. Eventually, that's what the books are for. It's to say the things that you don't want to say publicly. You know what I'm saying? Look at fucking, who was it? LL Cool J put mad shit in his book. He never spoke about it in real life. Like, he sniffed coke. He never spoke about that, not once. You understand? It's in his book, though. Know what I mean?
He sniffed coke. Man, please.
He said it in his book. Says it in his
book.
Wow. LL Cool J, just like Mike Tyson said it, every fight he had, he was coked up. Every fight. He said, even the time that he bit Holyfield's ear, he was coked up.
No shit.
Obviously, in that one we could tell. But everybody else he smoked in like the first round, guess why? It was all that training and then that focus, that tunnel focus of the
Morris Taylor used to just jam a giant coke rock in his nose.
Bro, did you
let that shit melt?
Did you see the Charlie Sheen?
Not a crack rock, a coke rock.
Did you see Charlie Sheen on Netflix?
Not a crack rock.
Oh my
God.
Rock. Charlie Sheen went all out, bro. That nigga was shooting it up, cocaine on a needle through his vein.
Jesus.
He almost died, bro. You can't do that. That's how crazy he got, bro. Charlie Sheen, bro. Charlie Sheen, the ultimate addict, yo.
I might have to holler at this dude, Christopher Anthony, and see what he's talking about with this, in the comments with the marketing of the shit and getting more out there. But anyway, we're gonna keep consistent though, man.
We back. I've been streaming right now for a total of 8 hours.
Damn, you crazy as hell.
Jesus.
2 of them with you guys, and I did six. I did 4 by myself. And then I did like 1.5 with you before we got on this one.
Yeah, we did.
And I was doing 1 already. So yeah, man, that's why we got to keep consistent, because the more we do it, the more we stop looking at it like something to do and look at it as an escape. Look at how we chilling, bro.
Facts. Hey, we about to get out of here though. Great show. Appreciate the homie as usual. In tune perspective, you heard.
Yo, this is
we
what
covered the
need.
topics, and shit, we killed it. Where you go, Chief? We up out of here though.
That's the next toy I need everybody to focus on.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
It's called a stream deck. It's gonna make your streaming easier. We'll talk about it. Just like microphones upgrades, we're gonna talk about all that. The team gotta look,
top notch.
Yes, sir. All right, chat. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the Cheat Challenge. Your boy King Buddha.
That's a fact. It's your boy Bush, Bull Light Network. You already know what it is.
As always, be rad. Tap in with us. Let us know what you think.
And we out. Peace.
And that was a successful episode, Chad. Thank you for stopping by. Now we're gonna play some PlayStation.